When you've built your life around someone, a single text can feel like a wrecking ball. Mine came on a Wednesday morning, just after 9 a.m. I want a divorce. Talk to my lawyer. That was it. No greeting. No emotion. Just a few cold words from the woman I'd loved for 9 years. My name is Adam, and that text changed the course of my life. I remember staring at my phone for a long time. I thought maybe she sent it in anger, maybe we could talk later. But then I noticed her typing bubble appear and vanish. She had nothing else to say. So I took a deep breath and replied with the only word that came to me. Understood. No questions. No begging. Just a full stop. Because if she wanted a lawyer, then she wanted distance. And I wasn't going to chase someone who'd already walked away. 2 hours later, I packed a small bag and left the house quietly. No dramatic music. No slammed doors. Just the sound of my keys sliding off the hook, the same ones I'd hung there every night for almost a decade. As I stepped outside, the air felt heavy. The world looked the same, but I wasn't. That first week was a blur. I stayed in a short-term apartment across town. Plain walls, one chair, a single lamp. It wasn't home, but it was mine. I kept replaying everything. The late nights, the quiet dinners, the half-hearted conversations. Had she been planning this? Was there someone else? Or did she just stop loving me? Those questions could have eaten me alive, but I refused to let them. Instead, I did what I've always done best. I made a plan. Step 1. No contact unless it's through her lawyer. Step 2. Rebuild my routine, gym, work, reading, sleep. Step 3. Heal, not hate. I won't lie, I wanted revenge at first. I wanted to send a message that would make her regret every word. But anger burns out fast when you're the only one it's lighting up. So I chose calm. A week later, I got an email from her lawyer. Formal, polite, and painfully empty. He said my wife, Claire, wanted an amicable separation and would appreciate cooperation. Cooperation. That word hit me harder than divorce. We'd been teammates, partners, lovers. Now we were just 2 signatures and some paperwork. I replied to her lawyer professionally. But that night, I wrote something different. Not for him, not for her, but for myself. A letter I never sent. In it, I wrote, Claire, I understand. People grow apart. I don't blame you for feeling lost. But I won't beg you to stay, because love shouldn't need convincing. I'll let you go with grace, even if my heart disagrees. I folded that letter and left it in my notebook. Some endings don't need an audience. Weeks passed. I focused on rebuilding, simple things, making coffee without thinking of her, walking without checking my phone, smiling without guilt. Then one evening, while going through my things, I found our wedding photo in a box. We were laughing, genuinely, like 2 people who couldn't imagine losing that moment. For the first time in weeks, I didn't feel anger. I felt gratitude. Because once it was real. And that was enough to stop hating what it had become. A month later, Claire called me. Her name flashed on my screen, and I hesitated. Finally, I answered. Her voice was quiet, unsure. Hi, Adam. Hey, I said calmly. I didn't expect you to reply like that, she admitted. When I texted you, I thought you'd argue. I smiled faintly. You'd already made up your mind. I just accepted the truth faster. There was silence. Then, softly, I don't know if I did the right thing. I didn't respond. Some truths don't need validation. She sighed. You've changed. You sound peaceful. Maybe peace was waiting for me to stop chasing storms, I said. We ended the call there. No promises, no tears. Just closure. Months later, the divorce was finalized. I signed the papers in silence, thanked her lawyer, and walked out into the sunlight. I wasn't broken anymore. I was free. Looking back, that one-word reply, understood, became the line between who I was and who I became. It wasn't weakness. It was strength disguised as surrender. I learned that sometimes, you don't need to fight to win. You just need to walk away with dignity, knowing you gave everything you could, and that letting go doesn't make you a loser. It makes you ready for what's next. Now, when people ask me how I stayed calm, I tell them this. Peace is the best revenge. Because while she was busy trying to erase me from her life, I was already writing a better one.